France has issued a rabies alert after a kitten died of the disease. Rabies was thought to have been eliminated from the country back in 2001. It can be fatal to humans if not treated. France's warning has raised concerns across Europe, forcing health officials to use elaborate ways to prevent further outbreaks. But as RT's Boyko now reports, vets in the UK claim the government's underestimating the threat.
Nowadays, every man and his dog can travel to the UK.
Can you imagine frightened of every friendly animal you meet? Imagine rabies in Britain.
Back when this public information video was made, Westminster's fear of rabies was so high that any animal coming into the country had to endure 6 months in quarantine first.
Rabies is a killer. We must keep rabies out.
But the rules were relaxed last year when Britain was forced to join the European Union's pet travel scheme. It's a bit like the visa system. These dogs have come in from Brazil, Zimbabwe, Vietnam and Thailand. They all need to be quarantined upon entry to the UK. But pets coming in from Europe and some other countries are exempt. All they need is a pet passport and a microchip. Since the scheme started, there have been 751 cases of rabies in animals in Romania and 385 in Poland. But the latest case of the disease was in Holland.
There is no longer the requirement for a blood test and a 6-month wait, which means that a dog can be vaccinated and be within the UK within 3 weeks, which bears no resemblance to the incubation period of disease at all.
Those who work with animals say they're angry at the government's failure to challenge the EU directive and safeguard the UK.
We've sided with Europe again, and everything that Europe seems to say, we seem to have to do. We're not protecting ourselves. We seem to have opened the floodgates, and we're putting ourselves at risk.
This pooch's owners take her in and out of the UK on a regular basis. This is what her EU pet passport looks like. But campaigners say that they're so easy to forge that the number of dogs being smuggled into the UK illegally has increased by 400% since the rules were relaxed.
The dog can be brought into the country, go into a home, mix in the park with other dogs. If that dog was a carrier, then it starts passing on to other animals. Then you've got an outbreak. It will travel like wildfire. It could cause absolute devastation.
The Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs says the risk of a dog with rabies entering the UK is still extremely low. But animal charities disagree. Several have already said that they're stocking up on rabies vaccines in order to protect their staff. Boyko, RT, London.